customers have wanted it for a while, and we've been taking the time, as you noticed. You're right to notice that. And for us, I think three things have been really important. One is making sure that we do this with enough safety and safeguards in this. Wallets crypto is an emerging ecosystem. It's an emerging market. We want to make sure that we can expand the access to the market, but do it safely. So that's one reason. And the second is we're trying to take a different tack here by building it in public. What I mean by that is like doing a phased rollout, include some of the customers and iterate on the feedback and just share the feedback back and so on. And the reason, again, stepping back is that we've done the same thing for Robinhood on the stock side, taken something really inaccessible, unaffordable, inscrutable for most people, and made this accessible and intuitive to use. We want to do the same thing with wallets. And by the way, the other thing here is that the investors that are in the market are very different from what you'd think, right? It's a more diverse set of investors. 2 out of 5 women on Robinhood platform invest in crypto. So we want to make sure that we get this right.
And I should have said from the outset, you spent more than a decade at Google sort of cutting your teeth in tech. You ran product engineering there. On the tech side, I think Silicon Valley launching products, it's really about user engagement, mobile first. Robinhood has taken some of that into its own products, but regulators, meanwhile, have sort of framed it in some instances as gamification. They talk about the addictive nature and the potential dangerous side of making products too easy to use. How are you balancing that at Robinhood, making it fun and entertaining and usable, but also safe for customers?
Look, Kate, I don't think we should conflate accessible design with gamification. When you think about, again, like I saw this at Google firsthand, the next generation of customers, users, they're visual learners. And actually, forget even next generation. The rest of the world didn't have a luxury of growing up on a laptop. They're all mobile-first users, which means that they need that mobile-first accessible design. We should not conflate accessible design and intuitive to use. And let's not forget that what it does. What's the before and after here? That there's millions of Americans that have been cut out of the market before, and suddenly between zero fee and intuitive access and unintimidating accessible design, we have more women, more minorities, more younger people participating in the market. This is the greatest wealth creation engine. We need more people to do that.
Wealth creation for sure, especially in crypto. We've seen a lot of volatility in that market. Gary Gensler, chairman of the SEC, was on a panel yesterday talking about the potential for thousands of these cryptocurrencies not even sticking around for the next couple of years. He called it sort of wildcat banking, referred to it as sort of the pre-banking regulation era. How is Robinhood preparing for the potential of some of these cryptocurrencies not making it and customers potentially dealing with the implications?
I think, like I said earlier, that's the reason we are taking the time, even with wallets, to make sure that we are, as my improv, lecturer used to say, it's yes and. It's safety and accessibility. We're so aligned with the regulators and our customers, right? We want to make sure that there's protection. And at the same time, we want to expand access to the market. And that's the approach we're going to take in crypto. This reminds me, as you pointed out, I cut my teeth in the internet world. And for me, the power of giving access to an emerging market to a whole lot of folks and let a lot more diverse set of folks participate in this is it's undeniably good. And how do we do that? Of course, we have to make sure that we have safeguards in place. In fact, I'll give you an example, right, with the wallets experience that we're rolling out. We said, look, we'll take the phased rollout approach, and then add safety features right at the get-go. A simple example is this multi-factor authentication. Basically, what it means is that we want to make sure that it's you who you're transacting with when you say you're trying to transfer coins, etc. Features like this, and that's why it's a yes and for me, right? Safety and accessibility. They go hand in hand.
Perfect.